Hello everybody, welcome into the live stream everyone. Hello. Welcome. I hope you all are doing super well. How's everyone doing today? Hello. How's everyone doing? Good evening. Hope you guys had a great weekend. We're going to do an Anatomy and Physiology HESI and TEAS Anatomy and Physiology 2 practice tests today. Hope you're all doing well. How's everyone doing tonight? Thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining. It's great to see you all here. I hope you are all doing super well. It's all fantastic to see you. I'm just pulling up the comments here and we'll get started here in just a moment. How's everyone doing? Hello. Good evening. Hi, Pamela. How are you doing? Good to see you again. How was your weekend? Hi, I cannot pronounce your name, I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your name? Whoever just said hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to go ahead and get started here in just a moment. How's everyone doing tonight? I hope you are all doing super well. Can we all see the screen pretty well? We're going to get started here, and we are going to do some Anatomy and Physiology, HESI, and TEAS Anatomy and Physiology practice. We're covering Anatomy and Physiology 2 today. Hello, Manifest. How are you doing? I want to get started here now, guys. The question asks, which of the following glands is responsible for producing insulin? Which of the following glands is responsible for producing insulin? Awesome. Give you guys a couple seconds to join. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology topics and pharmacology, and I do post every day as well, and then I upload these to... Your name's Ollie, too. I do post these live streams to YouTube afterwards. I'm a little behind, but the link to that is in my bio. And then I also have study guides available as well. And then you can also download this practice test as well. The link to that is in my TikTok story. But anyway, the answer to number 1 is C. It is the pancreas. The pancreas is responsible for producing insulin. Thanks for all the likes on the live, guys, and thanks for following. I really appreciate you guys. But the pancreas is responsible for producing insulin. It's going to regulate our blood sugar levels. All right, moving on to number 2. Which hormone is primarily responsible for regulating the body's metabolism and is produced by the thyroid gland? Thanks for the roses, Manifest. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you're just joining, my name's Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology topics and some pharmacology. Thank you now for the rose. I appreciate you. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to answer. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I appreciate you guys. I always love seeing new faces, and I appreciate you guys being here. Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. I hope you guys have a pretty easy week coming up. Thank you for more roses, Manifest. I appreciate you. The answer to number 2 is thyroxine, or T4. So thyroxine, or T4, is produced by the thyroid gland. This helps regulate metabolism, mainly by increasing the metabolic rate of cells. Basically, it just helps control the body's energy production and heat production. Moving on to number 3, the release of cortisol is regulated by which of the following hormones? These are for the TEAS and HESI. If you want to practice them, I have the link to it on my story. If you want to take care of it yourself. Awesome. If you're just joining us, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every day. We are on number 3 right now, covering some anatomy and physiology for the HESI and TEAS. The answer to number 3 is C. It is ACTH. Looks like our third C in a row. But ACTH is produced by the pituitary gland, and it stimulates the adrenal glands to release cortisol, specifically the adrenal cortex. This is going to be a hormone that is involved in our body's response to stress. Alrighty. Number 4. Which hormone secreted by the pituitary gland stimulates the production of milk in the mammary glands? Thank you for the more roses, Manifest. I really appreciate you. Thanks you for all the gifts, everybody. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are so kind. I appreciate all your guys' likes on the live, and I appreciate your participation. If you're just joining, we're on number 4. Again, we're going over HESI and TEAS practice questions, mainly on anatomy and physiology 2. Tomorrow we'll cover some AMP 1 topics. Awesome. So the answer is prolactin. So prolactin is the hormone that stimulates milk production. A lot of people sometimes gets it confused with oxytocin. And the reason why the answer wasn't oxytocin is that oxytocin stimulates milk. It's mainly referred to as letdown or ejection. So the ejection of the milk that is produced, not specifically producing it, if that makes sense. Does that make sense before we move on? So prolactin produces it, oxytocin ejects it. And then oxytocin also, yes, Ali, whoever said oxytocin triggers uterine contractions during childbirth mainly. Does that make sense before I move on, everybody? Hopefully that was good. I want to make sure everyone understood the differences between those. Yes, okay, perfect. Awesome. Thank you, God's Child, for the rose. I appreciate you. All right, we're going to move on to number 5. Which of the following is the primary effect of antidiuretic hormone? Which of the following is the primary effect of antidiuretic hormone, otherwise known as ADH? Thanks for all the likes on the live, guys. I really appreciate it. Awesome. Oh, thank you, Katie, for the 3 goats. You're awesome as well. You're also the goat. Everyone in here is the goat for participating as well. Number 5, the answer is B. It increases the reabsorption of water in the kidneys. ADH is also known as vasopressin. It's produced in the hypothalamus. It's secreted by the posterior pituitary gland, and it increases the reabsorption of water in the kidneys. This helps regulates our water balance and our blood pressure. We went to number 6. Which gland produces the hormone melatonin, which helps regulate the sleep-wake cycles? So everybody, thanks for the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. If you're just joining, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every day covering A&P topics and some pharmacology sometimes, and a lot of stuff that you guys request as well. If you are just joining us, we are on number 6. Which gland produces the hormone melatonin? And this helps regulate our sleep-wake cycles. Correct answer is the pineal gland. The pineal gland is located in our brain, and it produces melatonin. It basically helps regulate our circadian rhythm, which is our sleep-wake cycle. Number 7, which of the following is the main function of the cardiovascular system? Thank you for sharing the live. Thanks for following, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thanks for liking the live. You guys are awesome. I hope you all had a great weekend. I hope that I can hopefully help for your upcoming exams, manifesting you guys A's on your upcoming exams. Definitely want to hear about you guys doing well. Thank you, Manifest, for the 2 roses. Number 7 is B. It is to pump blood throughout the body. Remember, our cardiovascular system wants to circulate blood, deliver oxygen, nutrients to cells. So the cardiovascular system also does help regulate body temperature, but it's not the main function. The filtration of the waste, well, it does remove waste products, it doesn't filter it, that's the kidneys. And then red blood cells are produced in the bone marrow, not by the cardiovascular system itself. And number 8, which of the following blood vessels carries oxygenated blood away from the heart? I always heard for the TEAS, people always recommend like 3 weeks to a month. I've heard people do it shorter though. I think it kind of depends on how much time that you can allocate to it. Number 8, which of the following blood vessels carries oxygenated blood away from the heart? If you are just joining us, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology topics for you guys. And I do post... Oh, your teas tomorrow, Becca. Good luck. I do post the recordings of these to YouTube afterwards. It's linked in my bio. And then all my A&P study guides are available on my bio as well. And then I do have a copy of this practice test that you can find in my story. Thanks so much. Yeah, no problem. Good luck. You got this. Number 8... We're on number 8 if you're just joining us. Welcome if you are just joining us. But which of the following blood vessels carries oxygenated blood away from the heart? The answer is the aorta. The aorta is an artery. Artery is away from the heart. The pulmonary arteries brings oxygenated blood back to the heart from the lungs. Pulmonary veins takes deoxygenated blood away from the heart to the lungs to get oxygenated. And the superior vena cava is part of the circulatory system that brings deoxygenated blood back to the right atrium. Number 9, what is the function of the SA node in the heart? Where was I like 4 months ago? I only started doing this like a month or 2 ago, I think. At least going live, getting PTSD for the heart test. Oh, I'm sorry you failed your TEAS. It's alright. Definitely keep trying. It's no problem. Never get down on yourself about that. Everyone is at their own pace with those exams. But if you are just joining, welcome. My name's Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology. I do have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I've been tutoring anatomy for about 5 years now, since 2020. But number 9, if you're just joining, what is the function of the SA node in the heart? The answer is B, to initiate the electrical impulse that controls the heart rhythm. Our SA node is known as our heart's natural pacemaker, and it does generate those electrical impulses. It sets the rhythm for our heartbeats. That's why we look at a heart rate on our heartbeats on an ECG or EKG. Moving on to number 10, which layer of the heart is responsible for its contraction? Which layer of the heart is responsible for its contraction? Pulmonary veins, pulmonary vein, I'm sorry, my bad, I mixed up. Pulmonary veins take oxygenated blood from the lungs to the left atrium. And then pulmonary arteries take deoxygenated blood away from the heart. That was my mistake. So sorry. Away. Back to. Artery is deox. And this is oxygenated. And this is deox. My bad. We are on number 10. If you were just joining us, the answer to number 10 is C, myocardium. The myocardium is that muscular layer of the heart that is responsible for this contraction. This is the muscle tissue that enables the heart to pump blood. Number 11, which of the following is the primary function of the coronary arteries? Coronary arteries. I have been doing pharmacology, and biomechanics is starting this week as well. Whoever just asked if biomechanics was starting. Yes, biomechanics is starting this week. So endocardium is the thin inner lining of the heart. Epicardium is the outermost layer of the heart, and the pericardium is that like protective sac that surrounds the heart. Number 11, which of the following is the primary function of coronary arteries? It is B, it is to supply oxygenated blood to the heart muscle. So the heart muscle itself has to get nutrients taken to it, has to get oxygen taken to it. These are, they're essential for the heart's function. The heart needs oxygen, produce energy for contraction. Number 12, which valve prevents the backflow of blood into the left ventricle? Biomechanics will probably be on Thursday, most likely. Yes, the access to this quiz is on my TikTok story. There's a link there. Yes, I am using GoodNotes. Yes. Thanks for the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. Number 12, which valve prevents the backflow of blood into the left ventricle? It is D. It is the aortic valve. The aortic valve is between the left ventricle and the aorta. And if you think of backflow, that's blood flow going backwards. So we would not want blood going from the aorta into our left ventricle. Number 13, which of the following is the primary function of the lymphatic system? Which of the following is the primary function of the lymphatic system? Yes, the mitral valve is between the left atrium and left ventricle. So if blood were going backwards, it would be from the left ventricle into the left atrium. This is blood flow back into the left ventricle. Yes, biomechanics will be on YouTube yet. Thursday time is still to be determined. Awesome. We're on number 13 now if you're just joining us. Yes, the same questions are the link. Yes, this is the exact same. It does have written out explanations at the end. The answer key is at the end. Yes, so the mitral valve prevents backflow of blood into left atrium from the left ventricle. Yes. Number 13 is the answer is C. It is to transport lymph and protect against infection. Number 14, which organ is primarily responsible for filtering and removing pathogens from the lymph? But yeah, the practice test that you can download, it does have all of the answer choices in the back, and then after the answer key, it has the detailed explanations in there. Why the answers are right and why the answers are wrong. Just if you can't do the live or anything like that, or don't want to watch the replay on YouTube, it's just for you to do yourself. But if that's not the case, then here we are. But the answer to number 14, again, 14 asks which organ is primarily responsible for filtering and removing pathogens from lymph. The answer is D. It is the lymph nodes. Lymph nodes are those small, like bean-shaped organs. They filter lymph as it passes through. They contain immune cells that trap pathogens. Number 15, which of the following structures in the lymphatic system is responsible for returning lymph to the bloodstream? We're on number 15. Awesome. Yes, these are posted on my website right now for you to download. The link is in my TikTok story, and then this will get posted to YouTube later tonight. Number 15, which of the following structures in the lymphatic system is responsible for returning lymph to the bloodstream? The answer choice is A, lymphatic vessels. They transport lymph from the tissues, and they return it to the bloodstream, most likely specifically at some subclavian veins. Number 16, what is the function of the thymus gland in the lymphatic system? If I missed your questions, I'm sorry. Do I have one for pharmacology? I am posting that later today or tomorrow. 18 is bands. We'll see. We'll get to 18 in a second, and we'll see. The answer to 16 is C. It is to produce and mature T cells. So the thymus gland is essential for maturing T cells. The thymus basically trains them to differentiate between self and non-self cells to prevent autoimmune reactions. Number 17, which type of lymphocyte is primarily responsible for the cell-mediated immune response? We're on number 17 now if you're just joining us. Yes, it is my name. I'll put it right here, but it is also linked in my bio. This is my YouTube. It is also linked in my bio, as well as my study guides. For the board review, not currently, but send me an email. It's on my website. The answer to number 17 is T cells. T cells are responsible for cell-mediated immune responses. They destroy infected or cancerous cells and coordinate the immune response. Let's get to number 18 now. Which type of white blood cell is most directly involved in the immune response against infection? Let's see. What was wrong with the question? I'll just spot your notes. Thank you so much. Thank you for buying my notes. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. I hope that they are helping you as much as they helped me and helped other people as well. Run number 18. So the answer here is actually going to be D, lymphocytes. So lymphocytes specifically are T cells and B cells. Those are our key components of the immune system. They identify and attack pathogens. Leukocytes are just white blood cells in general. Lymphocytes are the specific type that are most involved in our immune response. Does that make sense? My contact is on my website. You can find AMP. Okay, send me an email and I will send it to you. This is my email. It's medzig.ollie@gmail.com. It's also on my website. I suppose, but lymphocytes are mainly for what make up immunity the most in terms of specificity. Moving on to number 19. What structure prevents foods and liquids from entering the trachea during swallowing? Again, leukocytes are more generalized. Lymphocytes are more specific. So T cells and B cells. They have identifying components to them. Awesome. We are at number 19. If you are just joining us, what structure prevents food and liquids from entering the trachea during swallowing? The answer is the epiglottis. Number 20. Gas exchange in the lungs occurs at which of the following structures? I do live streams every single day. We do lives every day. Number 20, gas exchange occurs at which of the following structures? Thanks for all the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. The answer is C, alveoli. So alveoli are those like tiny air sacs in your lungs where gas exchange occurs. Oxygen from the air diffuses into the blood, and carbon dioxide from the blood diffuses in the air, and that's what we exhale. 21. What is the primary function of hemoglobin in the respiratory system? I get these multiple choice questions mainly from textbooks. So these are coming from anatomy and physiology textbooks. And then I make them myself. If you are just joining, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every day covering anatomy and physiology topics for you guys. I also do pharmacology, and we're studying some biomechanics as well this week. But if you are just joining, thanks for joining. We are on number 21. I do upload the replays of these lives to YouTube afterwards as well. If you are joining a little late or can't stay all the way, and then if you want to just do the test on your own, I have a link in my bio to it. We're on number 21. What is the primary function of hemoglobin in the respiratory system? Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. The answer is B. It is to transport oxygen in the blood. Hemoglobin is a protein that is found in those red blood cells. And this is what oxygen binds to. and this is how it carries it through the bloodstream and how it delivers it to tissues and organs. Number 22, which part of the brain controls the basic rhythm of breathing? If you want this test, it is in my... it's on my TikTok story. You take the HESI on Thursday. Good luck. I'm taking EMP2 and I have my exam on this stuff tomorrow, so this is helping a lot. Awesome, Taylor. Thanks for letting me know. Good luck on your exam tomorrow. You got this. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. If you are just joining, my name is Ollie. I do go live every single day, covering A&P topics. Yep, I will reply to your email as soon as the live is over. Number 22, everybody. The answer choice is C. It is the medulla oblongata. Medulla oblongata. That is responsible for our involuntary actions of the basic rhythm of breathing. This is what's going to monitor our levels of carbon dioxide and pH, and it will adjust the rate of our breathing according to the levels of carbon dioxide and pH. The others, yes. The cerebellum, that's going to be our motor control and coordination. The hypothalamus is more so with the regulation of emotions, hunger, body temperature, hormones. And the thalamus is going to relay sensory information. And then also in our consciousness and sleep. Number 23. Which of the following correctly describes the pathway of air into the lungs? We're on number 23 now if you're just joining. If you're still here, we're on number 23. Which of the following correctly describes the pathway of air into the lungs? The answer is A. So we have our pharynx, which is our throat. Our larynx is our voice box. Trachea is what's going to be our windpipe. Bronchi are like our main branches into the lung. And then alveoli is where our gas exchange occurs. And if you send me an email, thank you. I will reply to it as soon as the live is over. But the other answer choices, again, the pharynx comes before the larynx. The trachea comes after the larynx. And the larynx comes before the bronchi for A, B, C, and D. Moving on to number 24. Which of the following occurs during exhalation? Which of the following occurs during exhalation? Awesome. So number 24 is C. The diaphragm relaxes and moves upward. So when we, during our exhalation, the diaphragm it relaxes and it moves upward. This is going to reduce the volume in our chest cavity and increase the pressure. So this is going to reduce volume, increase pressure, because we're reducing the volume. And this is going to move air out of lungs. Alrighty. Moving on to number 25. Thanks for all the follows and thanks for liking the live, guys. I really appreciate you. Number 25, which organ is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption? Which organ is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption? Wow, I just took the TEAS yesterday, and a lot of these questions are on there. Awesome, T. Thank you for letting me know that. I'm glad. Hopefully, this helps. Hopefully, your TEAS exam went well. Again, we're on number 25. Which organ is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption? The answer is C. It is the small intestine. Small intestine. The stomach is going to break down food chemically, mechanically. It's not really responsible for absorbing nutrients, though. The large intestine is going to absorb water and electrolytes, not nutrients. And the liver processes nutrients, but it doesn't absorb them. Moving on to number 26. Which enzyme is responsible for breaking down carbohydrates in the mouth? Hello, everybody. Welcome. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology and a lot of the topics that you guys request. And then I do have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for 5 years now, since 2020. I do repost the live replays to YouTube afterwards. It's linked in my bio. And then I do have study guides for anatomy and physiology, and if you'd like to do the exam yourself, I have a link in my TikTok bio. Or TikTok story, my bad. But we're on number 26. Which enzyme is responsible for breaking down carbohydrates in the mouth? The answer is B, amylase. Amylase is going to break down carbs. Letter choice A, pepsin, breaks down proteins. Lipase breaks down fats, lipids. Trypsin is a protease that breaks down proteins. And then for amylase, this one is in our mouth. This is going to be salivary amylase. And then we also have later on in digestion, in the small intestine, we have pancreatic amylase. Alrighty, moving on to number 27. What is the function of the large intestine? What is the function of the large intestine? I do not tutor for chem right now, just for anatomy and physiology, but my tutoring is pretty booked up, so send me an email first. Hello, Ollie. I passed my TEAS on Friday. Thanks so much. I'm grateful. Thank you so much for letting me know. I'm glad. Thank you so much for letting me know. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear. Congratulations. If everyone could send them a congratulations in the chat, that would be awesome. We're all here to create quite the community here, promoting our successes. That is a wonderful achievement. It's a very hard test, so congratulations. Awesome. Thank you for the rose, Destiny. You guys are awesome. Thank you for sending that. Congratulations. Do I tutor for pathophysiology? No, but we are going to make content on here soon for it. Thank you for the finger heart, Destiny. The PDF you can find in my TikTok story on my profile. I only tutor for anatomy and physiology, either for any of your exams, so... I'm using GoodNotes. The answer of number 27, what is the primary function of the large intestine? The answer choice is C. It is water and electrolyte absorption. Again, the primary function of our large intestine, it absorbs the water and the electrolytes from that food matter that was indigestible. This is what's going to convert it to a more solid waste for us to release. Moving on to number 28. Which of the following structures prevents stomach acid from flowing back into the esophagus? I missed anything? Yes, thank you, Samantha. Number 28. Which of the following structures prevents stomach acid from flowing into the esophagus? The answer is B. It is the lower esophageal sphincter. That's a muscular valve that prevents stomach acid from moving back from the stomach into the esophagus. So this would help prevent like acid reflux or GERD, gastroesophageal reflux disease. The pyloric sphincter, this is what is located between the stomach and the small intestine. The ileocecal valve is between the small intestine and large intestine. The epiglottis we went over earlier in this live. That is the structure that prevents food and liquids from entering the trachea. Alrighty, number 29. Which organ produces bile? Bile aids in fat digestion. Where do I get this? I make these questions myself. The free stuff is on TikTok here. It's on YouTube. It does get posted to YouTube afterwards for you to go over. Number 29, which organ produces bile? That's B, the liver. The gallbladder is what stores it and releases it. Just because it releases it doesn't mean it produces it. Moving on to number 30. What is the primary function of the pancreas in digestion? We're on number 30 now. What is the primary function of the pancreas in digestion? Yep, gallbladder. Liver produces bile, gallbladder stores it and releases it, but just because it releases it does not mean it produces it. We're on number 30. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining. Thanks for liking the live, everybody. I really appreciate it, and thanks for all the follows. You guys are awesome. You guys make this so much fun. Number 30, what is the primary function of the pancreas in digestion? The answer is C. It is secreting digestive enzymes and bicarbonate. So it secretes digestive enzymes like we have pancreatic amylase, lipase, proteases like trypsin into the small intestine, and that breaks down our food. Bicarbonate is what helps neutralize our stomach acid. 31, which of the following correctly describes the pathway of food through the digestive tract? So why isn't the answer D for number 30? So carbohydrate breakdown occurs in the mouth and small intestine, not the stomach. For number 30. Number 31, which of the following correctly describes the pathway of food through the digestive tract? If you're just joining us, we're on number 31. The answer is A. The esophagus, the stomach, small intestine, large intestine. Number 32, what is the primary function of the urinary system? What is the primary function of the urinary system? Hello, everybody, if you are just joining us. How's it not? What's the answer? What was... So B... Yes, we have. It does start in the mouth, but this is the pathway, the correct pathway. So we go mouth, esophagus, stomach, then we go to large intestine. Small intestine comes before large intestine. Again, we have stomach, esophagus. The esophagus comes before the stomach. Mouth, esophagus, large intestine, small intestine. Again, small intestine becomes before large intestine. Number 32. Hello, everybody. Welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology. The answer to 32, if we're on 32 now, if you're just joining us, the answer is B. It is to filter waste from blood and maintain fluid balance. Again, we filter waste from our blood. This is going to maintain our fluid and electrolyte balance, regulates our blood pressure, and the kidneys filter the blood and they produce urine to eliminate waste. If you are just joining, welcome. I do go live every day, and I do post the replays of these to YouTube afterwards. Number 33, which organ is responsible for filtering blood and forming urine? Again, these questions are similar to HESI and TEAS type questions. So this is the level that we are doing the questions at. We are doing questions that are at the level of HESI and TEAS preparation. This is fantastic review for any anatomy and physiology in general. Number 33, which organ is responsible for filtering blood and forming urine? C, the kidney. Number 34, what is the functional unit of the kidney responsible for filtering blood? What is our smallest functional unit of the kidney responsible for filtering blood? Number 34, what is the functional unit of the kidney responsible for filtering blood? That is the nephron. The nephron is our functional unit of the kidney. That is, it's going to allow us to filter blood, remove waste, and reabsorb the necessary substances. And our body does contain millions of them. Number 35, which structure transports urine from the kidneys to the bladder? We have 60 questions here. We have 60 questions. Why not B for the last one? So the glomerulus is a network of cavities that are in the nephron. So the glomerulus isn't the functional unit itself. It is a part of the functional unit, though. Number 35, which structure transport urine from the kidneys to the bladder? The answer is B, it is the ureter. The ureter is from the kidneys to the bladder. The urethra is from the bladder to the outside. I saw for the collecting duct collects urine from the nephron, but it does not transport it to the bladder itself. Moving on to 36, what is the role of antidiuretic hormone in the urinary system? And hello everybody, if you're just joining, welcome. My name is, do I post the poll test anywhere else after? It is actually posted currently right now on my website. The direct link to that is in my TikTok story. But I do post a live replay to YouTube afterwards. And I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology topics for your exams, either your class or your HESI TEAS. We also are doing some pharmacology and some biomechanics as well. So we will be going live every day. I do a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I've been tutoring it for about 5 years now. We're on number 36 now, everybody. If you're just joining, the question asks, what is the role of antidiuretic hormone in the urinary system? The answer is C. It promotes water reabsorption in the kidneys. Promotes water reabsorption in the kidneys. So ADH promotes water reabsorption in the kidneys, particularly in our collecting ducts. This helps our body retain water and maintain our fluid balance. Number 37, which structure stores urine until it is excreted? Number 37, pretty easy one. What is the structure that stores urine until it is excreted? Awesome, awesome. It is D, it is the bladder. I have a tiny bladder. I'm always going to the bathroom. Number 38. Which male reproductive structure is responsible for sperm production? Which male reproductive structure is responsible for sperm production? Had some of these on my TEAS exam. Awesome, I'm glad that these are similar. The answer is C, it is the testes. The testes is responsible for producing sperm. So the epididymis is going to store sperm. The prostate gland produces fluids that nourish and protect the sperm. It does not produce sperm, so this is more so with our fluid. And the vas deferens is going to transport sperm. So this is for transport from the epididymis to the urethra. I'll put epididymis to urethra. Awesome. The questions, they're linked in my TikTok story. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining, everyone. If you're just joining, welcome. We're on number 39. Which hormone triggers ovulation in the female reproductive system? And if you are just joining us and you are new here, my name is Ollie. I do go live every single day, covering AMP topics and just any topics that you guys normally request in general. Thank you, Alondra, for the rose. I appreciate all the gifts, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for all the follows and thanks for all the likes as well. Oh, you love my wristband. Thank you. I got John 3:16, and then I have Jeremiah 29:11. I got them as a gift a couple years ago. I actually wear them like every day. Where are the questions I missed? It's on my TikTok story, and then it'll be posted on my YouTube afterwards as well. It's just my name, and it's also linked in my bio. What time are the lives? Normally I try to do them earlier in the day. I don't have a time specifically yet. But 39, which hormone triggers ovulation in the female reproductive system? The answer is C. It is luteinizing hormone. The luteinizing hormone is a hormone that triggers ovulation. Ovulation is the release of an egg from the ovary. Essentially, a very high rise or elevation in luteinizing hormone levels causes the mature follicle to release the egg. Progesterone is going to help maintain pregnancy. Estrogen is involved in the regulation of our menstrual cycle and development of the follicle. And FSH is to stimulate the growth of the ovarian follicles. Number 40, what is the primary function of the uterus? What is the primary function of the uterus? What's the primary function of the uterus? We're on number 40 now if you're just joining us. And if you are just joining, welcome. I'm very glad to see you all. And the answer is C. It is to support fetal development. So again, the function of the uterus is basically where that fertilized egg is going to implant, and then that's where it's going to develop during pregnancy. It's meant to support the growth and the development of it until birth. Number 41. What structure serves as the site of fertilization? We're on number 41 now if you're just joining us. If you are just joining, welcome. My name is Ollie if you are new here. And I do have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I go live every day. The answer here to number 41 is the fallopian tube. The fallopian tube is where we have our site of fertilization. After it's fertilized, this is where it moves on to get develop. 42, which of the following is a primary male sex hormone? Which of the following is a primary male sex hormone? And hello everybody, to everyone that just joined. My name is Ollie. I do go live every day covering A&P topics and other topics that you guys request. And I do re-upload these to YouTube afterwards. That's linked in my bio, as well as my A&P study guides. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. Again, we're on number 42. Asks, which of the following is a primary male sex hormone? The answer is C. It is testosterone. Testosterone is that primary male sex hormone that is going to be responsible for muscle mass, deep voice, and facial hair, and male secondary sexual characteristics. Number 43, we're going to the nervous system now. I know some people have the nervous system in AMP2, some people have it in 1. I personally had it in 1, but I threw a couple in here just in case. Number 43 asks, what is the basic functional unit of the nervous system? Number 43 asks, what is the basic functional unit of the nervous system? Thanks for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. Give you guys a couple more seconds to answer. The answer is B. It is a neuron. A neuron is the basic functional unit of the nervous system. Everything here is kind of part of our neuron. The axon is part of the neuron that transmits the signals. So the axon is part of that transmits. The dendrite is the part that receives it, the signal. And the synapse is the gap between two neurons. This is where the communication occurs between neurons. So it's not the actual functional unit itself. The actual functional unit is the neuron. And it receives and transmits signals. Again, we receive it at the dendrite and we transmit it through the axon. And then we communicate between neurons at the synapse. And hello over to everybody that just joined. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology topics and other topics that you guys request. We've been doing some pharmacology as well, and we'll start doing some biomechanics too. We're moving on to number 44 now. Which part of the brain is responsible for coordinating balance and movement? And I do upload these lives to YouTube afterwards as well. Yes, these PDFs are downloadable. Thank you for writing applicable information. Say their answer choices. Awesome. You're welcome. They are downloadable. Yes, I do have the link in my TikTok story. And we are on number 44. It's on my TikTok story. Are you writing good notes? Yes, I am. I do love good notes. I definitely recommend that one if you're going to write. I think it's a great way. There's a lot of different things that I have some videos on why I love good notes, but I do love good notes. Number 44 is B. It is the, not a red marker here. Answer choice B is the cerebellum. The cerebellum is responsible for coordinating our voluntary movements, our balance, our motor control. This is going to fine-tune and regulate our movement. Answer choice A. This is more so for like higher functions. I spelled higher wrong. Higher functions. The medulla oblongata is going to be for our autonomic functions. And the hypothalamus is more so for regulation. I apologize if you hear the cat. He always gets really loud when he has to poop. I apologize if you hear him. The link is in my TikTok story. The link to it is in my TikTok story. Link is in my TikTok story. We're going to move on to number 45 now. Which division of the nervous system controls involuntary functions such as heart rate and digestion? Is the frontal cortex and is it a cerebrum or a cerebellum? If we're talking about the cerebellum, they're not the same thing. They're different parts of the brain. The frontal cortex would be the frontal lobe, the front of the brain. Can I cover microbiology? Yeah, we'll start doing some microbiology as well. Love your kitty. Thank you. I love him too. He's great. We have two. Number 45. Which division of the nervous system controls involuntary functions, such as heart rate and digestion? That is going to be B. It is our autonomic nervous system. It's what controls our involuntary bodily functions like heart rate, digestion, and respiratory rate. And we don't have to think about it. If you think you don't have to think about digesting food, you don't have to think about respiratory rate, you don't have to think about heart rate, so it's automatic or autonomic. Number 46, which type of neuron carries impulses from sensory receptors to the central nervous system? Which type of neuron carries impulses from the sensory receptors to the central nervous system? The answer is C. It is a sensory neuron. Again, sensory neurons are what's going to transmit that sensory information from sensory receptors to the central nervous system, which processes it. Number 47, what is the role of the myelin sheath in the nervous system? Most of these questions covered in the TEAS exam. Yes, they're similar to the questions. And how can we get these questions? I have a link to my website with the questions. It's in my TikTok story. The answer choice for number 47 is C. It is to insulate and speed up nerve impulses. So the myelin sheath is that fatty layer, so it's going to insulate our nerve fibers, axon, and it speeds up the transmission along our axon. Number 48, which electrolyte is the primary determinant of extracellular fluid volume? There are 60 questions total. So we have 60. Awesome. The answer choice is B. It is sodium. Sodium is the primary electrolyte in ECF. It regulates our blood volume, our blood pressure, fluid balance. But it is the primary determinant of extracellular fluid. Potassium is intracellular. So I'll write that in here. Potassium is intracellular, meaning inside the cell. Number 49. Which hormone regulates sodium and water balance by increasing sodium reabsorption in the kidneys? If you are having trouble finding the link in my TikTok story, it's on the. It just has you just click on practice test on my story. But send me an email and I'll send you a link. It's medzeg.ollie@gmail.com. If you're having trouble finding it, I will send you a link to it if you send me an email. It's medzeg.ollie@gmail.com. Number 49, which hormone regulates sodium and water balance by increasing sodium reabsorption in the kidneys? You're so nice. Oh, you guys are also so nice. I love you guys. The answer choice is B. It is aldosterone. Aldosterone is that hormone that's going to increase sodium reabsorption in our kidneys. It is what helps regulate our blood pressure and our fluid balance by promoting water retention. Number 50, which condition results from excessive loss of water and sodium? This leads to low blood pressure and dehydration. And hello, everybody. Yep, I will email you the link. You just have to send me an email. Just send me an email. medzeg.ollie@gmail.com if you can't find the questions. But it is linked in my story. You just go to my TikTok story and click on the practice test link, or you can go to my website and it's just under practice tests. But B, the answer choice is B, is hypovolemia. Hypovolemia is the condition where we have decreased volume of blood, including mostly water and sodium, leading to dehydration and low blood pressure. Remembering, if you think about the medical terminology here, hyper means above or high. Hypo means low or below. Hypo, low, hypo, below. So if you think about low blood pressure and dehydration, so low water loss, that was also a good way to think about the answer choice as well, if you were confused a little bit. I do this for you. Yes, I do. I love doing these lives. I don't really make any money from them. I don't care. I like doing it. It's a good hobby to have. 51, which organ plays the primary role in maintaining acid-base balance by excreting hydrogen ions and reabsorbing bicarbonate? Except the people that do donate some gifts during the live. I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome. So in the previous question, number 50, the other answer choice is answer choice A, hyperkalemia, refers to an elevated level of potassium in the blood. Hypertension refers to high blood pressure. And hypercalcemia, answer choice D, is elevated calcium levels. Why not? Thank you for these lives. They're so cool. Awesome. Yeah. And the live replay will be on YouTube afterwards. That is linked in my bio as well. One sec. TikTok is making me do my inactivity thing. One sec. Okay. Why not A for, what was it, 49? So antidiuretic hormone promotes water reabsorption, but it doesn't primarily regulate sodium balance, for number 49, whoever asked that. 51, which organ plays the primary role in maintaining acid-base balance by excreting hydrogen ions and reabsorbing bicarbonate? The answer is B, is the kidneys. B, the kidneys. Remember, the kidneys play a role by regulating the excretion of hydrogen ions. It does help maintain the blood's pH in that optimal range. 52, which macronutrient is the body's primary source of energy? Awesome, guys. Awesome. So the answer is carbohydrates. It is our main primary source of energy. Moving on to 53. Which hormone is responsible for lowering blood glucose levels by promoting glucose uptake into cells? All right, my mouth is a little dry. I need to need to drink some water after the live. I don't have any next to me. But 53, which hormone is responsible for lowering blood glucose levels by promoting glucose uptake into cells? The answer choice is B, insulin. So insulin, secreted by the pancreas, promotes uptake of glucose from the blood into the cells, so lowering our blood glucose levels. 54, which process describes the breakdown of glucose to produce ATP? Which process describes the breakdown of glucose to produce ATP? Okay, someone. Nah, I'm okay. We're almost done with it anyway. The answer choice is B. It is glycolysis. Glycolysis. So during glycolysis, we break down carbohydrates as glucose to produce ATP for energy. So we take glucose, it is broken down into pyruvate, and this produces ATP as energy, and then this occurs in the cytoplasm of our cells. Gluconeogenesis is the process of producing glucose from non-carbohydrate precursors. Lipolysis, or the breakdown of lipids into fatty acids and glycerol, not glucose. Ketogenesis is that process where we produce ketone bodies from fatty acids, mainly during periods of low carb intake, or the keto diet, as you may have heard. Number 55, which vitamin is essential for calcium absorption in the intestine? Which vitamin is essential for calcium absorption in the intestine? And if you are just joining and you are new here, welcome. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day covering A&P topics. I cover other things like pharmacology. We'll just start doing some biomechanics as well. Awesome. It is vitamin D. Answer choice C, vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for absorbing calcium properly. Without vitamin D, we cannot effectively absorb calcium, which can lead to bone health issues. Number 56. Which term describes the process of building larger molecules from smaller ones, such as protein synthesis? Which term describes the process of building larger molecules from smaller ones, such as protein synthesis? And hello to everybody who just joined. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day. I have a master's degree in molecular medicine. It's a mix of both. They can be used for both. They're just meant to be similar to questions that are on the exam. When will I be going over pharm? I wish I found you last year and I was saying pharmacology. Oh, that's the kitty. His name is Elvis. What's up in my lap? Come here. We'll be going over pharmacology on Tuesday. Pharmacology is going to be on Tuesday, A&P 1 tomorrow. The answer choice 256 is C, metabolism. That refers to metabolic processes of building larger molecules from smaller ones. Catabolism is the process of breaking down larger molecules into smaller ones to release energy. I do every day, yes. I do every day. Listening while driving, awesome. Oh my god, I missed a live. Do this every day. Yes, I do it every day. The time kind of depends on work and things in life. I try to post about it beforehand, sometimes not always. The only days I don't always go live is Saturdays, just to take a little bit of a break. But 57, the heart's right atrium receives deoxygenated blood from which of the following veins? The answer is D. It is B and C, the superior and inferior vena cava. Also from our coronary veins and coronary sinus. Love your video is very helpful. Thank you, Madison. I appreciate it. I love you guys as well. You guys are awesome. You guys make this so much fun. Number 58, last couple questions here, everybody. 58, which metabolic process converts amino acids into glucose when carbohydrate intake is low? This is wonderful. You guys are wonderful. Number 58 asks, which metabolic process converts amino acids into glucose when carbohydrate is low? The answer is gluconeogenesis. Again, the gluconeogenesis is that process in which non-carbohydrate precursors, such as amino acids, fatty acids, basically any other precursor, it gets converted into glucose when carbohydrate is low. Like amino acids, like an example would be like starvation. I just made a flashcard on this. Number 59, which of the following is a fat-soluble vitamin? I don't have my pharmacology resources up just yet. I am going to begin posting them, though. So definitely stay tuned for those. They will be up soon, though. Number 59, which of the following is a fat-soluble vitamin? The answer choice is vitamin D. Vitamin D is the fat-soluble vitamin, which basically means it's just stored. It can be stored in the body's fat tissues and liver. All the other ones are water-soluble. So B12, C, and folic acid, which is vitamin B9. So B9. They're water-soluble. And 60, last question here, everybody. Which mineral is essential for oxygen transport in the blood? So happy I found you. So happy you found me as well. I don't have any specific videos up about the TEAS, but I do have a couple on my YouTube. I do have more practice questions that are like this as well. I have the replays. I post all the replays on YouTube. The answer is B, it is iron for 60. Which mineral is essential for oxygen transport in the blood? Again, iron is essential basically for the production of hemoglobin. That's what the oxygen binds to, so it can be carried throughout the body. Boats and canoes, oh my goodness. These are for the HESI and TEAS. Awesome live, thank you. Awesome, guys. Awesome. If you are just joining, this is the end of the live. My name is Ollie. I do go live every single day, though, covering anatomy and physiology topics, as well as other topics. And then if you join late and you miss questions, it'll be on YouTube afterwards. And my YouTube is my name. It's Ollie Herzeg, or it's available in the link in my bio. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. What the fuck, the end? No. I'll be live again tomorrow. I do go live every single day. You guys are the best. It's for both TEAS and HESI. It's similar to the questions on both. Mainly just covering the type of concepts. This is helpful for full A&P 1 and 2 as well. Awesome. I will be doing A&P 1 tomorrow on Monday, and I will be doing pharmacology on Tuesday. Biomechanics you're him. You guys are him or her. And then Thursday will be biomechanics. Wednesday and Friday topics are TBD. Wednesday's TBD. Friday will probably be another pharmacology one. So probably pharmacology on Tuesday and Friday. The live start are normally they always get, they're different times sometimes. I try to go live between 11:30 a.m. and noon starting time, Eastern Standard Time. But sometimes I don't always get to that. It ends up being like somewhere between 5 and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would definitely post about it on my story when I will be. Oh my God, would you be able to cover a skeletal muscle and contraction? Yes, I can definitely do. There's going to be some practice questions on skeletal muscle and the process of contraction, extension coupling, the neuromuscular junction as well. Clinical pathology, I will start making content for that. If there's any requests on content that you would like me to make, my email is medzeg. It's also on my website. It's medzeg.ollie@gmail.com. I do see that a lot of people did send me emails and DMs and stuff. I will get to them soon enough, so just wait. This will be on YouTube afterwards. Yes, this live will be on later tonight. I did have a live from Thursday and Friday they have to upload as well, so you should be seeing 1 to 3 uploads for me tonight and tomorrow morning. So everything will be up either by tonight and tomorrow morning. Medicine and surgery. Yes, we will start to do that as well. But I'll set alarms. Thank you. Awesome. I'm glad. Thank you so much. Biochem, not right now, but I'm getting into it. I'm just getting all my resources together for it. Genetics, yes, we'll start doing genetics. We will start having content pretty much for all the STEM topics. So... any more questions here before I go? Real quick, I am going to get going here. But thank you guys so much for joining. Yeah, we can do some chemistry as well. I do some chemistry questions here and there. Yes, we will do MedSurg. Awesome, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your night. Bye, everybody. Thank you guys again so much. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. All I talk about is how much I love you guys. Thank you guys so much again. Again, the lives will be on YouTube, and then my study guides are available in my bio. When somewhere between 11:30 and noon or 5 to 8 p.m., I will definitely make an announcement. Good night, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend, and see you tomorrow.